Happening today, more than 3,000 crime survivors will take to the streets of D.C. to bring awareness and to make an impact. It's part of the first ever Crime Survivors Speak March on Washington. And the march starts in less than an hour. They gather at 10 a.m. at Union Square and then continue to the National Mall. And joining us now is Aswad Thomas. And Aswad is with the Alliance for Safety and Justice. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
You know, we talk a lot about crime and the impact to families and victims, but you're really taking it to the streets. What's the message behind this movement today?
It was important that, thousands of crime victims like myself, haven't received access to victim services. And so we are uniting in our nation's capital to advocate for a right to heal and a new approach to public safety policies, because in our country we're dealing with two crises. We have the mass incarceration crisis, and we have a public safety crisis as well. And people seem to think that those two crises are different, but in fact they are the same thing. And how you solve both of those crises if you listen to crime victims and what safety looks like to them, which is what we're calling for, this right to heal.
You know, no accident, I'm sure, is happening where laws are made and changed, and the national spotlight is here. What are you hoping comes out of this?
What we're hoping to come out of this is really to elevate the voices of crime victims that are most impacted by crime and violence. They're also least supported by the justice system. So thousands of survivors from across the country are coming together to elevate our stories and our experiences, but also to really have a new approach to our justice system and a new approach to safety. As crime victims, we want what happened to us to never happen again. And we want what happened to us to never happen to someone else. And how you solve that is by making sure survivors have access to healing and services in our communities.
So it seems also like the thousands that will, converge here are going to find a sense of community. What are you hoping for within the community that includes survivors?
What we're hoping in that community of survivors, that people know that they're not alone in their healing journey, but most importantly, the power that happens when we unite and come together to change policies and laws. And so we want universal crime prevention. We want effective accountability as well. And also we want healing for all. So that's what this event is about. It's so much more than a march. We're going to be meeting with legislators and introducing a broad policy platform around this idea that all crime victims should have a right to heal.
It's a full day. You begin unloading the buses at 10. The march starts at 10:30 to the National Mall from Union Square. Also, you got a lot of star power today with, I know you're trying to make real change, but a nice lineup for people coming out for the Healing Festival. Dougie Fresh, Lettucey, Lloyd, Monica.
Yes.
Why do you think everybody signed on to be a part of this?
And we also have Amari Hardwick as well coming to share his experiences of violence as well. So all of those individuals have been impacted by violence, and they're joining this effort to make sure that survivors' voices are at the center of policy making as well. So we're excited to be joined by not only thousands of crime victims and hundreds of organizations across the country, but also individuals who have a lot of influence and individuals who's impacted by these issues, and it's important to have celebrities involved.
Man, impact is the big word here. Okay, we're out of time. How do people find out? They can still go, right?
Yes, you can still go. So join us at the National Mall on 7th Street in Madison. We're starting our march at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Then we're going to be starting our rally and our candlelight vision at 11, and then our Healing Festival will happen at 12:30 as well. So join us for today's event.
Okay, thank you so much, and we'll have that information on our website too if you didn't have your pen or your phone handy. Thank you so much. What a wonderful event to have those voices heard today.
Thank you so much. And as we say, when survivors speak, change happens. That's what's happening today.
Okay, thank you.